Sup, Buttercup? Liz, I voted. Liz, I was watching a YouTube video recently by the Super Carlin brothers.
You know, Jay and Ben Carlin.
They were one of the examples I gave you when I said we should do this project. Anyway, they were rating their favorite Pixar movies, and they both had Brave very low on their list. The reason was because it was something they couldn't relate to, which is understandable because they're not teenage girls or mothers or Scottish. JK, Carlin's a Scottish name. Anyway, back to my point. I wanted to point out how Brave really was important and why it would be higher should I make a list like this. Disclaimer, Brave isn't my favorite Pixar movie either. I grew up in and still voluntarily belong to a culture and society that highly values marriage. And just to be clear, I wholeheartedly agree with this. Marriage is very important. But because of this, I was told growing up several times by several sources repeatedly that I needed to prepare for marriage and I needed to work on skills that would help me in marriage. And I don't disagree with that, but I think everyone had at least one youth leader that got a little overzealous and taught that marriage was more important than, say, education or self-expression. And if you were not to get married, it would say something negative about your worth. My thought was always, if I just prepare for marriage, I would get married and then say, now what? To their credit, my parents never treated me this way. They always taught me that education was extremely important and to do what I loved. That God had blessed me with a sharp mind and had stuffed me with creativity and to use it. But my one set of grandparents treated me from the time I was 14 on as if marriage was the only important thing I should have in my life. And as I got older and stayed unmarried, my worth dropped in their eyes. My worth to them never seemed like very much anyway because I was a girl, and I wasn't going to pass on the family name. But I was only good to them if I was providing them with great-grandchildren. They questioned every decision I made as an adult, from getting a degree in theater to deciding I wanted to teach with that degree. They'd seen others with similar careers and education make bad decisions, and they automatically assumed I would be the same. My relationship with my grandma was not close, and I don't think she noticed it, but I had a lot of resentment for her for the pressure she put on me until she died. My grandpa's still alive, but I don't talk to him anymore, and this is not the only reason why, but it is a contributing factor. So when I saw Brave, it really struck a chord. The goal of the princess in a Disney movie was not to get married. Ultimately, Merida was not ready for marriage. She wasn't against marriage, and her mother did work to see her point of view and listen to her, which I think was a gentle reminder to parents to listen to their children and not just have expectations for them. But the movie didn't make marriage the bad guy either, because marriage isn't the bad guy. It's a tool. It depends on how you use it. And it showed that you didn't need to abandon your family to show that you valued something besides marriage. Finally, a Disney princess movie told girls they are more. They are strong. They are brave. Bye-bye, Buttercup.